Alright, we're back again. Okay, yeah, like it says, we're doing a Minecraft mobs tier list. We're doing another tier list, and we're doing it live again. Yeah, let's get to it. Uh, oh, that's the wrong page. I was enabling the background music for you all, and I'm muting it now, because you don't need it anymore. Alright, this template was made by Buddha, Abdullah Ferris. So yeah, go follow them or whatever. This is just citation. So yeah. Anyways, we're ranking from S to F. S being the worst, and F being or S being the best, and F being the worst. And so let's start with the cow. Now the cow, it's a very basic Minecraft mob, but it's also very useful. Probably the most useful of the most common peaceful mobs. Um, because it gives you food, which is one of the best food sources in the game, steak, because it heals 4 hunger bars. But it also drops leather, which is extremely useful for whether it be for sorry my eye, whether it be for books or armor or really whatever. A lot of stuff uses leather, and that makes cows a very very useful mob. So with that, so for that, I'll give them a, I'll give them an A. Yeah. Wolves. You already know where this is going, baby. Who doesn't like having a dog pet in Minecraft? Yeah. Hold on. Why is it freezing? Okay. What the fuck? Oh, sorry about that. Ooh. That's the okay. Ah, pigs. S. Top of S tier, actually. Technoblade never dies. Actually, did you know that if you name a pig Technoblade in Minecraft, it gets a crown? I think that's really nice. The man never dies. May he rest in peace. Anyways, pufferfish. That's the biggest jump scare in this entire game. This is the most terrifying thing in the entire game. It's pufferfish. Okay, actually, no, it was until a certain mob came to be, but we'll get to that later. Um, the horse. It's an easy A. It drops leather if you kill it, which is just as useful when the cow drops leather. But why would you kill a horse? What, is it super slow? Then you kill a horse and because you get leather from it. But you also can ride these things, and if they're not slow, then they're good. Then they're really useful for traveling large distances. Iron Golem, S tier. Same reason as Wolf. Not only, while the Wolf is definitely better because it's adorable, it's more adorable than the Iron Golem. Why is this picture? What is this picture of the Iron Golem, by the way? Anyways, yeah, the Iron Golem definitely an S tier because defense. It's very helpful. Snow Golem. Nowhere near as useful as the Iron Golem, but still really fun. I'm gonna give it a, but it's really funny. I'm gonna give it a B, or C actually, because it's really not that useful. Illusioner. I have fought an Illusioner before. They are a pain in the ass. They are such a pain in the ass to fight. But they're also a really, really cool concept for a mob, and I wish they were actually in the game properly. So I'm gonna give them a D because they are really a huge pain in the ass to fight. Salmon used to be one of the rarer fish to get before Update Aquatic because you could only get fish from fishing. But now that you can just find them in the sea, they're like the most common fish, like even more common than cod. And they're a decent food source, so I'll give them a B. Not too interesting though. Villagers. you know they're going an S, right? They're kind of pointless on Bedrock because their trades are kind of hard to. Sorry about that. Their trades are kind of annoying, aren't really as easy to use as on Bedrock, but Java, you find one village, and that's how you make infinite money. Yeah, skeletons F. They they would have gone in D if they were like prior to the combat update or whatever update made them so OP. Now, I I almost want to create another tier. I almost want to make a skeleton tier below F because skeletons are like the worst mob in the entire game, in my opinion. Yes, I did just say that skeletons were the worst mob in the game. I'll address that in a second. Donkeys, just a less useful version of the horse. I mean, they can use saddlebags, which is nice. They're really just a less useful version of the horse, to be honest. So I'm gonna put a B. Chickens. They give you eggs and feathers, and feathers are like they can be used to make arrows, which is really helpful. So I'm gonna give them an A. Charged creepers. Awesome concept, but still a huge pain to deal with. Thing is, though, they're so rare to find. Like it's so rare to get a charged creeper, and the fact that a charged creeper killing other mobs is the only way to get their heads, aside from wither skeletons. This being such a rare enemy to find, unless you have a channeling trident, almost makes up for it being a pain in the ass to deal with. In fact, yeah, I think it makes up for it. Yeah, we're gonna put it at a B. Alright. Well, actually, no, we're not gonna put it at a B, because that feels too high. Because they're still a pain in the ass, so C. Creepers. Worse than charged creepers, because they're not rare to get, and they're fucking creepy, because they make no sound until they're right next to you and about to explode all over you. Dolphins. I love them. They're adorable, and they give you speed boosts in the water, and they lead you to buried treasure if you feed them fish. S. Skeleton horsemen are a fucking jump scare, and also just kind of a pain in the ass to deal with, so E. Or actually, no, F, 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 F! I hate skeletons. COD, E. Same for the same reasons as salmon. The killer bunny. I like it. Okay, sad. I think it's still sad they can't name a killer bunny the killer bunny, and then it doesn't, and then it turns into this thing. But and I do think it's sad that like the illusionary you can only get this through commands. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the killer bunny. But the killer bunny is a cool concept, which I know it's taken right the from fucking Monty Python and the Holy Grail, which I do like that movie. So yeah, I'm gonna put the killer bunny at a B, even though it's a pain in the ass to deal with. Yeah, the wither. Okay, I love the concept. I love its drops, and I like fighting it. It's a fun boss fight, unless you're on hard mode. If you're on hard mode, do not fight. Okay, first of all, Bedrock. If you're on hard mode, just don't fight this guy at all. It's not worth your time on Bedrock. On hard mode Bedrock, the Wither is not worth your time. On Java, only for hard mode on Java, only fight this thing when you put it in when you're spawning it in encased in Bedrock. Because then it's actually plausible to fight this thing. So, but for every other version of the Wither, it's so much fun to fight, and I love the concept behind it. So I'm actually gonna give it an S. Turtles. I mean, they don't have the best. I mean, they don't have the best drops, but I like the turtle shell helmet. It's really nice to use. S because they're adorable. Parrots. They drop feathers, which is helpful. You can also tame them. which makes them an automatic S. And I do like the detail of how they die if they eat cookies because that makes sense. Because that is something that will. Because if you give a parrot a chocolate chip cookie in real life, it will die. Like chocolate is poisonous to parrots. So bats, they're pointless and annoying. Blaze, I like the concept, but eh, but they're still kind of annoying. So I'm putting it at C. Vex, F. It's the worst. Gas, they're easy enough to take down. They go down in about 1 or 2 hits. And I just wish hitting their attacks back was a little easier because it seems so easy when everyone else does it. But when I do it, it's like it feels impossible. And put gas as a C. Stray, F. Just worse version of skeleton. And here we go. Phantoms. I'm gonna get a lot of shit for this. I love phantoms. I like them. I'm gonna get a lot of shit for that. I know that's kind of a wait. What the fuck? Yeah, I know that's kind of a controversial opinion to have. Uh, but hold on. I don't know. Anyways, I know that's kind of a controversial opinion to have. Because a lot of people don't like phantoms, and also I gotta blow my nose. 1 sec. Anyways, yeah, back to phantoms. Um, I do like phantoms. I think they are a really cool addition to Minecraft because of the fucking concept of them, first of all. Because phantoms are an awesome concept, okay? A creature that is attracted to your insomnia and like probably sees your body temperature as well, but a creature that senses and smells your insomnia and it's and then strikes when it knows you're at your weakest, when it knows you're tired, when it knows you're hungry, when it knows you're not thinking straight, when it knows you're not seeing straight, when it knows you're hallucinating, when it knows you're not hearing straight, when it knows you can't fight. That's when it strikes. It waits and it stalks you and waits until you're at your absolute weakest. And then it attacks, screaming as loud as hell throughout the air just to taunt you and let you know it's there. And then it strikes with a vicious bite. It spins around and flies in circles in the sky. And then as they begin to swarm you, these giant dragon-like beasts in the sky, as they begin to swarm you more and more, you get that you can't think straight. You can't process how many there are because you haven't slept. They're a punishment for not sleeping. You can't think straight and you can't fight right because you aren't thinking straight. you haven't slept. And then they strike and go in for the kill. I love that. I love storytelling and narrative. So phantoms are one of my favorite mobs in the game, specifically because of the reasons that we all hate them. It's because they're a massive pain in the ass to deal with, that I hate them, or that I love them. Yeah, like phantoms are just an incredible mob, in my opinion. I love phantoms. So yeah, I'm putting them in S. Cats, S. They scare away, or they don't scare away creepers. They just don't make creepers don't want to hurt them, so they stay away from them. So yeah, cat, and they're also cats, so they're adorable. Baby pigs are just more adorable versions of actual pigs. So yeah, so yeah, they're going up here. Yeah, they're going up there with the regular pigs. Silverfish. Fuck these guys. I hate them. Oh, I think I broke my toenail. Ow. Squids. I think they're useful for insects, so. And they're still kind of boring, though. The Ender Dragon S. I love this dragon. It's such a symbolic presence, and it's just so cool. It's such just a really cool design. Both of the Minecraft bosses, the Wither and the Ender Dragon, look so cool. Slimes, they're okay. Let's see. Zombie villagers, almost as good. I would put them in S, but they punch you, so they're not as good as regular villagers. Sheep, also an A tier because you know wool is useful. Wither skeletons, I would give them an A for the wither skulls because which allow you to summon the wither, which allow you to get beacons and also fight a fantastic boss. But unlike the wither, who only gives you the wither effect in normal and hard mode, wither skeletons always give you the wither effect, even in easy mode. And I hate the wither effect, so that's a D. So that's a B. Actually, no, wither effect is just that bad. It's a C. Enderman, again, amazing concept. I fucking love Enderman. They're just kind of annoying sometimes. So B. Cave spiders, F. I hate these guys. I don't like poison. Sheared snow golems, a little bit better. They look funny, so they're a little better than regular snow golems. Shulkers, annoying as fuck, but they also let you make shulker boxes, so they get a little. Like, I would give them an F because they're annoying as fuck, but they also let you make shulker boxes, which are one of the best items in the game, so they go up a little bit. Regular rabbits, nowhere near as interesting as the killer rabbit. And they're also hard to catch, to chase down and kill which is useful for the rabbit's foot to make leaping potions. Which, to be fair, leaping potions are not that useful. So they're not always that useful. So B. Regular spiders, giant spiders may be a little overused in media, but I still love them because there's a lot of giant spider shit in Lord of the Rings, and I love Lord of the Rings. So yeah. It's actually why I don't mind that's also why I don't really use the Bane of Arthropods enchantment. I don't mind it either because it reminds me of Sting, which I love that weapon. Husks, they're just worse zombies. So D. Witches, they're a cool mob, yes. They're cool, but they're also really annoying. So D. Guardians, these little machines, I love these guys. Like they're an awesome concept. They are a little annoying to deal with, but I'm gonna give them a B. Oh, zombie piglins. Zombie pigmen or zombified piglins, whatever you want to say. These guys are a classic. A. I love these guys. They're classic. Actually, no, S. They're going with the rest of the pigs. In fact, no, top of S tier. Closest thing we have left to Technoblade. Again, may he rest in peace. Zombie is a little better than Husks. The Warden. I love this concept, but he's also but he's also the most terrifying thing in the entire game. So I have to give him an A because he scares me so much. But I love every other part of the Warden, to be honest. Even its drops. Its drops are awesome from a storytelling perspective. Allay, F. I love you guys. Blow Squid, F. I mean, I don't mind them, but they're also really useless, so I'm actually gonna give them an E. Ravagers, I don't like how far away they can hit you from. But still cool storytelling thing. So C. Frogs, S. I love these guys. I don't know why the Elder Guardian isn't here. I just noticed that. Endermites. They are cooler than silverfish, and they don't spawn nearly as often. They're pretty much just silverfish, but better. Yeah. C. Polar bears. I like these guys, and I like their behavior, which is similar to actual polar bears. If you, they won't attack you unless you attack them, but they will also attack you if you get near their cubs, which I love that. C. Actually, no, B. They're endangered. They're endangered. I like that. I don't like that they're endangered, but I like that they added. I like how they add endangered species to Minecraft. Anyways, magma cubes, slightly. They're pretty much the same thing as regular slimes, just in the nether. Axolotls. I know everyone loves these things, but meh, they're mid for me. Hoglins. Fuck these guys. I hate these guys. F. Parrots. Is that a cockatoo then, I guess? Okay. Parrots. Go with the cockatoos. S. Piglins. They're they are villages, but not just a little worse. But they're still good. I still like these guys. Piglin brutes, on the other hand, fuck these guys. I hate them. Pandas. They're adorable. S tier. Camels, we don't have them yet, but they will probably be really useful. I'm gonna give them an S. The Drowned, I love them from a storytelling perspective, but they are really annoying. B. Slightly better than regular zombies. The Sniffer, probably not gonna be that useful overall, but he's also going to be. But I also love like the concept behind him, like an ancient enemy, ancient and mob. I'm gonna give him an A. Actually, no, a B. B. B for the Sniffer. And that is the tier list. I hope you enjoyed. Please do not attack me for my controversial opinions. Um, because we all have controversial opinions. Let's be honest. Anyways, that's gonna be it for the tier list. I sincerely hope you enjoyed. Here's one last look at it. And yeah, that's gonna be it for this stream. I know this was a shorter one, but tier lists don't take that long. So yeah. Because it was a shorter stream, there might be another stream later today on probably the Knee Slapper SMP. Again, I know I stream that all the time, but it's fun. Anyways, yeah, that's gonna be it. Bye.